There's no place that I would rather be on Thanksgiving than right here, right now at a football game. There's just certain things that go together. You know, the turkey, the family, the tradition, football, and we have it all today.
This being the first Thanksgiving without Coach Madden, passed away December 26th. This will be ongoing. NFL football on Thanksgiving Day will be a celebration of John Madden from this point forward. We start with the Bills and the Lions, and we begin going down to the sideline to Tracy. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Dave and the boys. Trace, all yours.
Thank you, Jim. A happy Thanksgiving to you guys and to everyone at home. The Bills certainly thankful for Josh Allen and thankful that that elbow injury is improving. It's all about managing it going forward. The bigger concern today is they will not have their center Mitch Morse out with an ankle injury. Speaking of the offensive line, the Detroit Lions will not have both of their guards today. They also are without their number one cornerback, Jeff Okudah, out with a concussion, going up against Stephon Diggs. And this passing offense is certainly a tall task.
All right, Trace, that's going to be something to really monitor. The fact that his guards are going to be missing when Goff goes back to pass. With both Jackson and Brown out, we'll keep a close eye on that. Now, the Bills have deferred, and they will be kicking it to Justin Jackson. Tyler Bass ready to go. What a game he had here on Sunday. Covered right away.
That's so fast.
By the Lions, my goodness.
Well, 3 and out for the Lions. That's hard to do against the Bills, who second fewest in the league.
The fans are ready to feast. Just take a big old bite out of it. Let's gnaw at this for a while. The Bills and the Lions. Yeah, you're looking at downtown Detroit. What a fantastic job they've done with the revitalization and uniqueness of this town inside the NFL. The show the pros watch is Tuesdays and streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Second possession for the Lions. Games. And here's Jared Goff with 15 touchdown passes versus 7 picks. Look what he's done. No interceptions. This is a team that the last 4 games has only turned it over 1 time. Running right behind Taylor Decker, the left tackle.
Well, this is a kid who's really easy to like. He gets on the phone, he's got instant energy, and they have a real gem right here because he's on a record pace right here. 12 rushing touchdowns this season alone, Jim, and that's only through 10 games.
Carry is a Bill. And he puts his head down for 3 yards. The travel in the last week, a little Buffalo to Detroit Express, Tony, last Friday.
There you go.
Come in, get the win. The blizzard, of course. My gosh, what an epic snowstorm that was.
It was cool seeing all the Buffalo, families and people throughout their town going to help the players get to the airport. Saw so many people just coming to help and get people out so they can actually go watch their team play.
It is there. Davis was able to get just a little separation for 16 and a first. Tracy, down to you.
Jim, certainly been a whirlwind for the Bills, and they couldn't say enough about how accommodating the Lions were, just hosting them. And as a thank you, the Bills donated $20,000 to the Lions Foundation and sent over breakfast to the team. Much respect between these two teams, just not today, guys.
Beautiful. Josh Allen's 125th career touchdown pass. Yes, he can do it all. Rushed for 35 touchdowns, even caught one in his career. Jaquan Johnson at about the 27. On Monday, in partnership with the Pure Heart Foundation, the Lions hosted a Thanksgiving dinner here at Ford Field, spending the evening serving food and playing games with children unable to spend the holidays with their parents. Very beautiful gesture by the Lions organization. Good action the first 15. Yeah. Lions were dancing first, but then the Bills matched. Back here at Ford Field, and just look at the downtown area here. Part of this revitalization. I talked about the 4 major sports franchises in such close proximity, and we do. And during the quarter change, Tracy had a visit with Sean McDermott.
Coach, I saw some frustration from you right there. What was that about?
Well, we're just not executing the defense.
In terms of Josh, that 21-yard run, what's going through your mind when he takes off like that?
Yeah, slide. I want him to go down more than anything. Get the first down, and when he comes across the tackler, slide.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Head right in. Big play. Bills ball. Happy Thanksgiving.
Back at Ford Field, where the Bills have their 19th takeaway of the season, which is tied for the second most in the league.
And then, Ensling's right there to go get him or Rodriguez, and they couldn't.
Extra point good. They've converted 4 straight third downs, this time for a touchdown. And Josh Allen has another game in which he has passed and rushed for a touchdown. Comes off the Williams fumble. Nonchalant. That's what it was. Touchdown, Buffalo. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom. I'm going to give a couple booms today. You okay with that? Just
I
for
love it. I think you should. There was the celebration.
Wow.
Coach Madden continues. I already heard something like that a little earlier out of you.
Yeah. Boom, boom. I'm going to come up with my own version. Wow, wow. Wow. That's already been
You sound like
the movies and such.
I'm reading a Batman TV show from yesteryear. That's a throwaway. And down to Tracy.
Guys, right now I am still waiting for an official word on Von Miller, but he was in the tent for a very long time, came out, looked extremely frustrated, sat out on the bench, talked to the athletic trainer, spoke to his defensive line coach, Eric Washington. As you saw, he got on the court, he went in. We are still waiting for that official word on what exactly it is, but the Bills right now down to 3 defensive ends. So it's something certainly to watch, and it would be a big loss for the Buffalo Bills today, guys.
Make it 47 yards. Out of the Martin hold. Here's Bass. He drills it. At triple zeros.
It's a perfect kick, and really it's a good half for both teams. Detroit showing that they're a little bit more for real than people may have given them credit.
17-14. Bills lead it at halftime. Halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station. Serving up a good football game on what sets up as a great day of triple header action for the NFL. Beginning here on CBS, we've got our first half highlight presented by State Farm.
Well, man-to-man, Josh Allen is going to kill you. It's his 12th touchdown to 1 pick this year on it. McKenzie earlier, and then St. Brown coming back and a little Thanksgiving lunch during the game.
Yeah, serving up his teammates. They scored the Bills their last 3 drives of the first half, but it's a 17-14 game. You look at the Bills, Tony, this is the 3rd time in 4 years they played on Thanksgiving Day. They won at Dallas. They won last year in New Orleans, leading here, but it's a tight one.
They're comfortable with it. Yep. This is better, though. This is different. This is not the old Lions. This team actually can win this game today. It's still going to be a tall task for them to come and finish this off, because this Bills team is about to come at them with everything they got, and they're going to really feel, the weight of how good this team is. But without Von Miller, you have a chance.
That's Fox kicking off, by the way, to the back of the end zone, and Tracy had a visit with Coach Campbell earlier.
Coach, you were efficient, you controlled the clock, you were aggressive. What more do you need to do to close this one out?
Yeah, there's a few things. Defense, we got to get off the field on 3rd down at least a couple of times. We're fighting them pretty good right now, which is good. We got to do that. We got to get a takeaway on defense. Special teams, we're about to pop a return. We need one of those. We may have to steal a possession. The other thing is offense. Protect the football, stay aggressive.
With Von Miller out, does that affect how you play on the offensive side of the ball?
It certainly helps us. I know that. I wish him the best, but for us, that's a good thing.
Thank you.
All right.
Here's Cook with the first play of the second half.
How do you not love that, Coach? I was a teammate of his, like you described earlier. That guy gets his guys to play hard. He knows football. It's a great hire, and you're seeing the transformation of this Lions team right in front of your eyes.
There's the first half stats. I think there are a lot of people around the league that are excited to see that things are turning in the right direction for the Lions because of respect that they have for Dan Campbell.
Yes.
He talked about we got to stay aggressive, the way he always is fired up and he's passionate about what he does.
Yeah, but he's a football player. Sometimes people are like, he's like a meathead or whatever, something. And I'm like, no. He is, but he's the best guy, and he's smart, and he's gifted at communication.
Look at this little throw to Cook. That's going to be enough for the first down.
And his players believe.
Did you say he was a meathead?
I don't know if that's allowed, but it's literally Thanksgiving, and people love meat.
And so
Dan is right up there with him, but he's literally one of the most genuine, honest, tough, hardworking. He was a leader when he was a backup on our football team, a team captain, which is crazy. It never happens, and that's why it's a testament to be able to keep these guys playing hard when they were going through the rough patch. They were 1-6 at one time.
He was mentored by Coach Parcells, who we know is watching down in Florida. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Coach. Here's 1st and 10.
3rd down. Detroit's the worst, and Buffalo being such a dominant team, it's just that's where this game's going to come down to.
That was Rodriguez making that tackle. 3rd quarter has been, well, it's been dismal for Detroit. Worst in the league as far as point margin, -55. While the Bills have been second best in the league when it comes to the 2nd quarter. Bills put up 10 in that quarter versus 7 for the Lions. Well, let's see if Buffalo can take advantage of what Detroit has been ailing with all year, and that is coming out with poor thirds.
Drawing the penalty on Saffold with a great move. And speaking of McNeil, who was awesome last week, look at this, the juice, the speed for a guy that size. The 10 quarterback pressures in a game, and I incredibly impressed with him. And from today, splitting the double team, creating havoc, and on the last play did the same thing. He caused a penalty, which is like getting a tackle in the backfield, Jim.
10, and he's out to about the 36. Tomorrow on CBS, the college football doubleheader begins at noon Eastern. Utah State, Boise State, followed by Arkansas, Missouri. Saturday, the SEC on CBS features the next chapter in the Iron Bowl. Auburn and Alabama tangle again. It all starts with the drive to Atlanta and college football today. It's all coming up this weekend here on CBS. Well, this is the kind of guy you're talking about, Ed Oliver, that John Madden just absolutely loved. You give that turkey leg award out. The first one he ever presented on a Thanksgiving Day game went to Reggie White back in 1989. Here's the punt. Bounds at the 9 and retraces 5 yards to the 14. 19-14 Bills.
I'm Alex Anzalone. On behalf of my wife Lindsay, my son Cooper, and the whole Detroit Lions organization,
Happy Thanksgiving!
Good job, Alex. Wife Lindsay and adorable little Cooper. Yeah, Dad's having a big game with one interception and came close on another on Williams, and we got Tracy with another report.
Well, thanks, Jim. I will check on Amon-Ra St. Brown, but first, the Lions defensive lineman Julian Okwara. He right now is questionable to return with an elbow injury, and as you've seen, they are playing with backup left tackle Deion Dawkins for the Bills, and that is because Deion Dawkins is questionable with a right ankle injury right now, Jim.
Hey, even talk about it. 29 yards.
About it.
Here's Badgley's kick. Oh, my gosh.
I can't believe he did it.
No.
Lion fans, I apologize.
Oh, boy.
Because Jim,
oh, boy.
If you just talk about it, it goes in. But instead, he didn't want to discuss it. And Buffalo with a 5-point lead. Getting late.
And what a place to visit it is these days. Okay, here we go. The third of the game for the Lions.
Yeah, they're starting to heat up and show that skill set. But we can't just let, for those of you who may have missed the movie earlier, Jim Nantz, before a 29-yard field goal, says, don't talk to me about a jinx on a kicker.
Yeah,
but he only says that because it's a 29-yard field goal, so he knows it's going in. And he says, so I said, I won't. If you want to go replay that movie, guess what happens? I don't want to give away the ending. In the run game, they have a lot of volume there, and it creates problems because they keep it like simple but exotic for the defense. And
here's what the quarterbacks have done so far in this game. 50% for Josh.
Josh Allen is banged up. I'm just telling, it's going to take a little bit. He plays through everything. He's such a warrior out there. He just fights and competes, but it's just going to take a little bit. The other thing is Buffalo is just a little worn down. They have to be right. Short week, flying back and forth.
Touchback, but it's getting pretty interesting here with 13 minutes to go. Our crew, how do we say enough about this incredible group?
Look at this. They work so hard. Look at our team right there.
Happy Thanksgiving. These are all waves back to the families at home. Thinking of you guys. We gathered last night as a team
Special crew, Jim.
Yeah, we had
They're
Thanksgiving
really
dinner last night, and it was just a wonderful tradition. It started actually that pregame dinner, rallying the broadcast group together, started with John Madden and Pat Summerall years ago.
Great
Bob
tradition.
Sinner and Sandy Grossman. Yep.
They make us better than we are. Thank you guys for everything and your families.
That pass, well, I know you're going to say.
You could see it, right? There's throws you never see him have.
One-score games, 3-9 over the last 2 seasons. But if it's going to be more than that, if it's going to be a blowout, the odds are it's going to be going Buffalo's way.
Well, they have a huge point differential.
The best in the league, by the way, biggest in the league.
So they do that, but that just happens sometimes throughout the year.
Time Martin punted, Raymond had a game-changing 41-yard return. This time it's a fair catch, and they'll start at the 8. And man, is there some intensity in this building right now. The Lions have won 3 in a row for the first time in 5 years, and they lead here in the 4th. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Lowe's. Let's tackle home together this year. Rocket Mortgage for a solid game plan in home buying. Rocket can. And by Google Pixel 7. Okay, the Lions have the lead, but they're backed up to their own end zone here to start this series at the 9. Here's the schedule for Sunday, week 12 on CBS. What a matchup early. Cincinnati at Tennessee. That's a rematch of a divisional game last year. Same place, same teams. Then we'll get you all set, of course, for the day with JB and the crew on the NFL Today at noon Eastern. Sunday, the NFL is on CBS. And happy Thanksgiving to all of our comrades back at the broadcast center and the crew of the NFL Today. Their superb work as always. And yeah, more on that. Let's go down to Tracy here, Tom.
Well, guys, I have been watching Josh Allen down here on the sideline. He has been throwing to try and keep that elbow loose, but you could just sense his frustration. Stephon Diggs constantly coming up, talking to him, trying to tell him to clear his head. Diggs is the guy down here trying to keep everyone's energy up, but I can tell you it is really flat on this Bills sideline.
That's great, Trace, because I really feel like it's a byproduct. Things happen in real life. These are real people. They're not robots. And so I know, contrary to what you thought, they're actually real.
Yeah.
They're real human beings.
I never thought you were until I started working with you. So
completely.
Well, that's
I'm different. But I think that right now you're seeing it's just hard to maintain that level all year long. Mental, physical, toughness over and over and do it.
That's
shot right away.
Tonight on CBS begins with Young Sheldon and Ghosts, followed by So Help Me Todd and the season premiere of Criminal Minds Evolution. That's tonight on CBS. We've been talking about Diggs, who has been controlled most of the day. That last drive, that 90-yard drive, he caught 4 of his 7 catches on the day, including the touchdown. And that's going to end it with a Buffalo victory.
Happy Thanksgiving, partner. What a day. They gave us a great game. Both these teams, Sean McDermott, Diggs, Allen, Dan Campbell, Hutchinson. They laid everything out there. You could see it. It's unbelievable to see these guys play.
There's Allen. You saw the relief, the intensity and exuberation at the end of that game when he held on, hugged Stephon Diggs. It was an amazing just relief.
It's just a huge game for both teams. Buffalo with obviously that division being that strong. The end of the year here is going to be interesting because Buffalo has 4 out of 6 games against teams that are currently in the playoffs and only 1 for Detroit. So Detroit can still go on a little bit of a run and have a chance maybe at the end of it if they do. But Buffalo's going to have a tall task to win, get to that number 1 seed, Jim.
Last time the Lions were going for not only 4 in a row, but back-to-back home wins. The last time they had back-to-back home wins, the Lions, was all the way back in 2016. It happened over a Sunday and a Thursday, November 20th and 24th. Well, November 20th and 24th of this year in this building, the Buffalo Bills walk away with a win. Josh Allen wills his team to victory. The State Farm postgame show is coming up.